Now, I am at best extremely excited, and at worst stool-looseningly terrified to be able to present my first ever original satirical song. Now, I use the word original here with contortionist level flexibility, as musically I have borrowed from everyone from Bach to the Beatles and Billie Eilish, so if as you are listening you find yourself thinking to yourself, well, I've heard this before, it's because you probably have. But forestall your judgment until I have explained that the whole message of this song is that we, as a species, have been here, the metaphorical here, before, and I'm really hoping that the deja vu starts to kick in round about now. So for that reason, my plagiarism is merely a metaphor. In seriousness, when I set my mind to the task of composing my own satirical material, I knew that I had to address what I could see insidiously creeping into virtually every aspect of life. I'm referring to the complete breakdown of conversation and good-natured debate, even, perhaps most worryingly, between friends and families. A division along ideologies whose respective devotees are as blinded by contempt for each other as they are blind to their own contemptibleness at their extremes. Flocks of people with whom a brief conversation about one important global issue can allow you to guess their views on completely unrelated issues. And, well, people in both camps, but in one in particular, who view everything through a single lens. It's quintessentially the religious mindset reborn, only with no God to tie down any sort of objective baseline. And, you know, for anyone who knows me for longer than 3 hours, they'd be able to attest to the fact that I'm no fan of the idea of an unalterable monotheistic authority. But for that precise reason, those who know me well might be a little bit shocked to hear that I actually think I prefer the God thing to all of this stuff. Take the song in good humour, for that is how it is intended, and take comfort from that fact. But please know that beneath the veneer of irony and wordplay, there beats a heart of sincerely felt apocalyptic terror. And here it is. It's called Diatribe. When I looked about the playground and saw cliques begin to form, I could never have guessed that in a matter of years they'd take a binary form. From naught to one, from left to right. They all took to their heroes and left me in the middle, far left of one, but quite right of zero. You see, these noughts and ones, they're giving me bad vibes. They seem almost uncannily like tribes. Now, is it just me? But are tribes needed? I mean, it has been said, need I repeat it? History will come back around if you don't heed it. But then, at last, it all came clear to me. I met this fellow at a flat party. His confidence, his zealotry, his worldly wisdom just enveloped me. He had a vision he knew with certainty would be the answer to the woes of all humanity. I asked him how he knew this. Citations came in 3. He'd read some Marx, some Sartre, the rest came from LSD. Well, I knew I'd found my tribe from that day forth. After all, learning history, what's it worth? Thanks to this enlightened 21-year-old, I could forget the stuff that I'd been told about genocide or gulags. What are those? I have no idea, but apparently they come in archipelagos. Thanks to this student freshly fashioned, yet with the fire of strife impassioned, I now know that I had been wandering blind. My objectivity left me behind. No, to see the wood from tree, I need one ideology out of all the other 1,000,003. An answer to all questions, legal, moral, scientific. No need to look elsewhere, ain't that terrific? I am zesty now, pesky details are eschewed from my world vision. Fuck the Pope, I'm going woke, we've found our true religion. But wait! What do we do with apostates? We can't just string them up outside the city gates just yet. I've got it. Yes, we shame them, drag them up online and name them. Find the wrong think, find those guilty of the dreaded isms, and pay no close attention to the intersectional schisms. With brute force intimidation, we will usher in utopia, and all will grab a handful from the socialist cornucopia. We're unquestionably moral, so this time will be all so well. So ignore the body count and say fuck you to old George Orwell. At ease, my friends, no stress. I'm not off on a right-wing rant. These days, anything right of Stalin seems to have a fascist slant. But see, that right there presents what seems an obvious threat to me. It pays to remember just how damn extreme the left can be. All I'm saying is that this left unchecked has forgotten that there's history to forget. Further ease your minds, let me say this. You far-right pricks, yes you, off you piss. I have way less patience for your racist backwards shite than I do for spoiled people harping on about their rights. They at least think that they're trying to progress. You think going backwards is the answer to this mess. All you rational folk, I appeal to your fair minds. To support a cause, must we be blind to its errors and its excess, to its unintended harms, to its totalitarian tendencies? Trigger no alarms. If you've followed me this far, I've one more point. I promise it's the last one. And perhaps it seems I've smoked one too many joints. But to me, there is no need to view life so black and white. The shades of grey is sexy, and they often bring to light why the game of us versus them will always fail. Poison chalice. Bar the details. Looks just like the Holy Grail.